Today, I'm gonna be dialing in a trick that I know how to do, but I just have no consistency at all, and that is frontside 50-50s on a circle bar. I can usually find the rail, but getting off is always a problem for me. Hopefully by the end of today, I'll at least get like 10 of them or something like that, and I'll consider that a success. All right, legitimately first try of the day. I warmed up with all my board sides and stuff like that, but first try of the day on 50-50. All right, ended up getting one second try. A little surprised by that, but I was looking at tutorials before this, so let's see if I can continue that on. Cool. I'm at about 2 out of 10 to 15. And honestly, it's not feeling as good as it usually does. I'm like missing the lock-in of the front truck with a lot of them, and that's kind of scary. But the tips that I got from Coyote Rob Shreds were to go at it as parallel as you can. So I'm trying to do the whole rail because the feet stick out, and I think that that's one of the things that kind of like messes with me a lot, is figuring out the angle with those feet on the ground. The other thing that I remember him saying is land really softly on the rail. So I'm gonna focus on going to it, trying to do the whole rail, land really softly, and like make sure my knees are bent when I land. I really think that go straight at it and try to land on the rail really gently work pretty well, because of the tries where I am only thinking of those two things, I can usually at least grind the whole rail, but my dismount is just bad. And so I think that I'm leaning a little bit too far forward. I'm gonna try to keep some weight shifted a little bit more in the back seat, just so I have that leverage to lift the front up when it's time. Because I think that I'm just not lifting it up in time because I'm just over the bolts. I tried to get a little bit back seat by just moving my front foot a little bit further back, but that didn't work at all. This was way worse. So I'm gonna go back to my other foot position and just try to land a little bit with my weight that way. I'm pretty sure I'm at 10, but I'm gonna keep going because this really only took like 45 minutes. I was expecting this to be like a battle of a session, but I'm kind of getting it for sure. The things that have helped the most are for sure just go at as straight of an angle as you can and landing gently. I notice any time that I push into the rail at all, the board just rolls over, or I just don't have the control when I'm on top of the rail and like my balance gets in a weird spot. But if I land really, really softly, I can kind of like find my balance so that I can get out of it. But now I'm gonna try to get one where I ollie out of it. That wasn't necessarily the best ollie out, but I definitely 50-50 the rail many, many times. And I think that the most helpful things were definitely staying crouched on the approach, going at it as straight as possible, and just landing on it very, very lightly. If you're struggling with 50-50s, I really think trying to get a short enough rail where you can do the whole thing and just going at it from the back of the rail will be really nice, or finding a skate park that has a rail that doesn't have any legs. I think those two things will help a lot. But I've had enough 50-50s for today. I'm gonna go work on some other stuff, so peace. Haven't 50-50'd since I did all of my rail tricks again, and now I'm gonna see how many tries it takes me to land another 50-50. I'm hoping that it's under 5, but I'll be happy if it's under 10, honestly. I ended up landing the trick 3rd, 4th, and 6th try. All of them are a little bit sketchy, but I'm okay with that because, like I said, I just learned this trick. Before today, I think the most I'd ever done in a session was maybe 3, and probably did like 15 today. And the tips that Coyote Rob Shreds gave really unlocked it for me. Everything else kind of just came natural because I can do 50-50s on ledges pretty easily. But landing on it gently is not what I do for 50-50s on a ledge. On a 50-50 on a ledge, I really like push into the ledge, and I think that was what was throwing me off on the rail. I really needed to be a lot more delicate, and once I found that balance of, you know, landing on the rail gently, for whatever reason, I was able to just like find my balance on that rail, and then I could get off of it. I still have the tendency to come off toe side a bit, and I want to figure out what I'm doing wrong there, but I'm okay with that for now, and I'll fix that when I can.